Hey guys, it's Wednesday, February 15th, and this is Newswave. So we're going to get right into the biggest story of the whole thing, and that is, of course, the Zelda DLC that was announced yesterday. And, of course, everybody, once they see the announcement, they start freaking out and making a pretty big deal about it. Now, before we go any further with this, I'm going to tell you now, there's good DLC and then there is bad DLC. DLC that I count as bad is DLC that is already on the disc or the cartridge and you buy a key to unlock it. The other kind is day one DLC. This is DLC that is created alongside the final product and then it is sold the same day that the product is sold to then just make more money. The reason I don't like either of these is because it is set up to really just make more money without actually putting in more time. These are things that were developed alongside the game and could have been included. But I don't think Zelda's DLC is that type of DLC at this point. I don't like those type of DLCs because it is stuff that could have been included in the final game. They just keep them separate, release them on the same day, or even, like I said, release them on the disc. Resident Evil 5 had a big problem with this. They released Versus Mode. It was on the disc. You went to download the DLC, and it was like 1 meg, and it just unlocked the game. The versus game mode, and you know what, that's a problem. That really could have been included in the final product, and I understand why people were annoyed by that. But when a company wants to make more money by releasing more content for the game down the road, I don't think that's a problem. But very quickly, let's take a look at the DLC. So we have 2 different DLC packs, and you get an expansion pack bonus, basically, that you get the first day of release, which is March 3rd. So if you buy it on March 3rd or forward, basically you get 3 new treasure chests that just give you extra stuff. There's supposed to be an in-game clothing that you get as well as, and then other useful items, nothing like game-breaking or crazy advantage-wise. And then we do wait till summer to get our first big DLC pack. As you can see here, this pack adds a new Cave of Trials challenge, a new hard mode, an additional map feature. Now, the hard mode is interesting. I know a lot of people are complaining about the hard mode because that sounds like something that could have been included, but we don't know enough about this hard mode. It could be a couple things. Now, if it is just a straight-up hard mode, like it's going to make it even harder, yeah, that's kind of, that's borderline bad at that point. But let's say it's something more like the Master Quest, where they take a dungeon, they rearrange it, and make it a new experience while making it harder. That's not a bad idea. I actually like that idea a little more, obviously, than just another hard mode. Of course, the big pack is the one that'll be due out holiday, which is so far away, obviously. It's like 8 months from when the game actually releases. So obviously, they're creating this throughout the next 8 months. This isn't something that could have been included in the game. Maybe you wanted them to delay Breath of the Wild again to holiday season so they can include this in the game. If you do, then that makes no sense. So here we go. The DLC Pack 2 is a new original story. It's a new dungeon and then additional challenges. So that actually sounds good depending on how the story is. Now, it could be a long story. It could be a short story. We don't know. That's the other thing about these DLC packs, guys. They're very vague, and there's really a lot of content that could be here. I think most of us need to know more about it before we really pass judgment on this DLC pack. The whole thing is going to be $20. That includes everything. That's all 3, well, both packs and then the expansion pass bonus. It's all $20, which really isn't bad. To be honest, $20 isn't bad for this. A lot of people seem upset because I think the way I see it is that it's a Zelda game. This is not traditional Zelda technique for selling. Usually you get 1 game and that's it. I have no problem with this if the game itself is complete and ready to go and nothing was left out. I do think, based on how vague this DLC pack is, okay, that they are not at all finished this. This is going to be a while. I think they will be creating it throughout this year of 2017 before it's ready to go holiday. So no, this would not be able to be packaged in. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. This is something that they want to put in. They had to draw the line somewhere, guys, and then get the game out. They can't keep pushing it back if they keep getting new ideas. And you know what? If they're going to give me better content, or more content in this case, yeah, that's fine. And here's the other thing, guys. A lot of people seem to be forgetting, this is optional. No one is twisting your arm and telling you to buy this. So you can even wait. At this point, there's no reason to really buy it until summer when this first pack comes out, because the only thing you'd be getting otherwise is just 3 treasure chests. So nothing is making you buy this when it comes out. The whole game does. So really the game's $60, and you can wait till that first DLC pack in summertime, see if it's worth it, and then if it is, yes, you can buy it. But the fact that it's optional, it's not that big of a deal, guys. It's not worth all the stuff people are running around yelling about. The game is complete. This is just extra stuff they want to give us. I don't see the problem. It's optional. Other games and companies do it all the time. No big deal. Also, I think people are looking at Nintendo the wrong way if they're upset about this. Again, I hate to break people's images of Nintendo and other companies. They are all just that. They're companies. They're corporations. They're here to make money. They're not here to be our friends. They're here to release stuff, make money, move on to the next thing, make more money. They're all run by shareholders, investors, all this stuff, guys. So, no, again, they're not here to be friends. They're here to release a game, have you pay them, and then figure out a way they can either monetize that platform further, which they would be, guys, they'd be foolish. I'm just saying this again, foolish not to sell DLC for Zelda because it will be a heavy selling game. It probably will eclipse Mario Kart's 8 million units, and at that point, they have a large player base to then sell DLC to, monetize it further, which in that case obviously makes more money for them. Moving on from there, we do have new characters from Injustice 2. We now have Catwoman, Cheetah, and Poison Ivy all announced. This should bring the total characters up to 21 that we know about at this time. So yes, Injustice 2, they're just going to keep adding characters. I'm pretty happy with this. I think they can do a lot with more characters as they go along with the story mode. Of course, the story mode in the first one was great. I'm going to look forward to all these characters adding in and see how they can kind of push them all into one big story. And guys, when you know it, I can't seem to win. Horizon Zero Dawn is our street date's already been broken. What that means, it's already out in the wild. People on NeoGAF started posting pictures of them having the game, like they bought it, they have it, they're going to start playing it, which means spoilers are going to start showing up on the internet. I've been looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn for a while now. I really want to play it, but I don't have everything spoiled for me. So now I have to like tiptoe around the internet. You will too if you're looking forward to this game, because everyone's job seems to be, like when they get these things, run through it as fast as they can and then go around possibly trying to spoil the ending. So keep an eye out. Be careful online right now. Horizon Zero Dawn is out in the wild. And Humble Bundle has come forward with what is a massive bundle right now for $30. It is huge. It also includes one of my favorite games, Stardew Valley, which is an awesome game. I would look into this. This is awesome. They have The Witness. I haven't played that one yet, but I hear it's pretty good. The Witness, Stardew Valley, Subnautica already ran out at this point. Day of the Tentacle Remastered, Overgrowth, Octodad, Nuclear Throne, Invisible, Super Meat Boy. I mean, really, the list goes on. It's a massive amount of games. Stanley Parable's in there, which is awesome. Walk Away, a novel, which is on there, also pretty good. And just a ton of games. Go check it out. It's $30, goes towards charity. Good package. Go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. Speaking of leaks online, this isn't really spoilerish, but a couple people on Twitter started posting images for two games that are still coming up, Mass Effect Andromeda and the Crash Insane trilogy. And this was courtesy of Shinobi 602. Remember we talked about Shinobi before when they were talking about how Last of Us 2 was going to show up and then Marvel versus Capcom, the new one, was going to show up. Well, I'm not sure how, but they have screenshots of Mass Effect Andromeda. You're going to see them here. Now, of course, Mass Effect is still not out until March 21st. They've done a couple things now. They've removed the Paragon Renegade system, kind of to allow for more old school role-playing experience, which is good. I like that. And Andromeda really right now won't have much for DLC season passes. I think they might just release DLC separately as like you just buy what you want. They're also adding weapon naming and crafting, a couple things like that. And of course, the Insane trilogy for Crash is an awesome idea because it gives us access to all of the old school Crash games that maybe you missed, all in one package on the PS4 with redone graphics, and it looks great. I think I will be getting this only because I like the old Crash games on the PS4. If you guys maybe are old enough, you probably remember them as well. They were awesome. This first one was really good. I like the first one a lot. I fell off after the second one, but I will definitely get it. Play that all the way through. I think it'll probably be a little cheaper too. I don't think it'll be the full $60. We still don't really know when that's coming out. I keep hearing people saying it's the end of February, but the end of February is 2 weeks from now, so probably not. But again, check them out. The screenshots are pretty awesome. You can go on Shinobi's Twitter handle and check out all the screenshots for yourself as well. There was this weird rumor going around, you guys might remember this, that the NES Classic, the NES Mini Classic Edition, was going to end its production cycle. Nintendo was killing it and ending production. Well, that rumor turns out to be false, as basically wiped out by Nintendo UK representative. This was done by Tech Radar, and they're refuting these claims, and this is done from a quote from a Nintendo UK representative right here. It says, production for the Nintendo Classic Mini NES continues, and Nintendo of Europe will continue to ship units to retail on a regular basis. This was kind of done by, from what I can tell, a retail associate in an unnamed store that said they were not receiving units anymore. Now, I can tell you, a lot of retail stores are not receiving units because it is so hard to still get it. But it does look like they are going to continue production. I would think it'd be the stupidest thing in the world to stop production because everybody wants the thing. That means that the one I have over there would probably be worth a decent amount of money now because it's not in production anymore. And I would say at this point, Nintendo knows they can sell them like crazy, so why stop? Just keep selling them. And it looks like they will start to come back into stock more and more. I'm hoping that we get to a point where the market is saturated and you can just go to the store anytime and pick one up. And the last bit of news, guys, is actually about the old Pokemon games. We talked about this before, how someone figured out that you could crash a Pokemon game. Well, somebody decided that wasn't enough, and we have to basically create a Pokemon Red and Blue virus. And this new virus or exploit is actually created by someone named Mr. Cheese. They're on YouTube. They have a full YouTube video that shows it. It's a glitched out copy, a saved copy on their Pokemon game. And what happens is if you link up and attempt to battle someone, it will replicate your save file, erase theirs, move yours over to theirs, and then it will just keep replicating if you keep plugging into other Game Boy games. So that's it. It's a virus. It'll just keep going. It's insane to think about that someone would be able to do that. And this is technically a feat because the creator himself calls it the world's first self-replicating program for a dedicated video gaming system. And technically it is. I can't think of any myself. I looked around and yeah, it's a virus that does move between consoles as long as you hook them up and attempt to battle. This will keep moving on. It'll keep erasing games, replacing it with the bugged save game, and this would have been a travesty, like I said, way back in the day when Pokemon Red and Blue were huge. This would have been it. You would have just walked around just ruining people's lives. The crazy thing is, this exploit, or this virus you want to call it, only took about a week for him to make. That's it, just a week. So think of all the stuff people will do. He's already released it online for people to kind of tinker around with, play around with it. I'm not really sure what people will come up with. We'll see. But who knows at this point? We just find out about an exploit last week. Here's a new one this week that's a full virus that can replicate itself. I'm surprised. Pokemon Red and Blue, it's still moving on. That's it for Newswave today, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about what we talked about today. Are you on the fence about the Zelda DLC? You're going to wait to see how it does, what other people think about it, or are you buying it day one to get those chests? Let me know. Also, let me know what you think about the Pokemon virus, or do you like Mass Effect Andromeda and you think Crash Insane Trilogy looks great? Let me know down below, guys. I will see you next time.